Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create SVG files with Illustrator. If you do not have Illustrator, there will be a link in the description box below to a video showing you how to get a free download on your computer. So check that link out in the bottom in the description box, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be working on layered SVG files. There's different SVG files that you can use within the Cricut or Silhouette or any other cutting machine that you have. So we are going to be working with layered files, which will be like the color files where you can use multi-different colors in your SVG. So the first thing we're going to do, I already have my internet pulled up here, and the first thing we're going to do is go to Google. So once we get to Google, we are going to type in whatever picture you want to make into an SVG. So today I'm just going to do Powerpuff Girls Bliss. It's a Powerpuff character that my oldest daughter likes. So we're just going to work on this one today. So let's click on Images. Now when you're creating an SVG file in in Illustrator, you do not want to choose a 3D picture. You need a picture that is kind of 2D, meaning flat, with no shadows and whatnot. So this picture right here will be too difficult. Well, I wouldn't say too difficult, but you see it's a 3D picture. It is possible to make it, but it's a little more difficult. So we're just focusing on the simpler SVG files today. I will show you in another video on how to make more complex SVG files, but today we're focusing on more simpler SVG files. So I would not do this for this particular method in Illustrator. So I'm going to choose a simple photo. Let's see. There was one that I wanted to do. Let's do this one. This one is nice and simple, and we'll see how it works out in Illustrator. So what you're going to do now is you can either save this picture to your computer, or you can just copy and paste it into Illustrator, and I like to copy and paste. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Illustrator. And as I said before, if you do not have Illustrator, check the description box below. There will be a link on how to download that for free. Okay, so now that we have Illustrator pulled up, we're just going to go to File and open a new template. And then we are going to just pick any old template just so we can get a good working station. And so once we have that pulled up, our background here, we're going to go back to the internet and just copy and paste Bliss. So you just right click and then copy image, and then we're going to go back to Illustrator and paste it in Illustrator. Okay, so now that we have that photo in, you want to paste it again. You want to have 2 copies of this photo in Illustrator. Okay, so let me zoom out here, and to zoom out you just press Control and the minus key. So we have 2 copies of Bliss. So now you want to go to the main copy here. Make sure you have it clicked. We're going to zoom in a little, and we're going to go to Image Trace. You can find it over here, or you can find it in your taskbar up here. I like to use this one because you have a little more control over here. So we're going to change the mode from black and white to color. And then normally you can try to pick how many colors you see in your photo. So really we have this blue, we have purple, white, black, a pink, a lighter color blue, a darker blue, and her skin tone, and the 2 reds in her mouth. So that's 10 colors. So we're going to try to do, you can type in 10 colors over here where it says colors, But normally I just let it the maximum amount of colors you can put in is 30. I normally do the max amount of colors, but just to show you the difference, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the 10 colors, and it may not pick up every color. So once you put the 10 in, you just hit trace. And it's not too bad, but it did take her mouth out, the colors in her mouth out. So, and this is why we use the second photo for a a guide to look at what's missing and what we need. So we're actually missing the pink here is not right, and her mouth is not right. So that's 3 extra colors, so we can put in 13, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it brought in her mouth, which we can work with this because we can change the color of the heart and the color of her tongue here later on. So that's fine. We can just use 13 colors. So once we have that, we are going to, now it is already traced. So we are going to, sometimes I play around with the advanced tools over here. So you just click the down tab, and I kind of play around with it just to see whether it'll look better, how it looks if we play around with the curves and the paths. And I really don't see much of a difference here. On some photos, you will have to play around with it because they will not turn out right if you do not change your noise and paths and stuff. But this one turned out really good. So we're just going to move on. So once you have it how you want to look after you play around with the advanced options here, you can go to properties and hit expand. Now if you don't see that tab over here, and this is my quick pick tabs over here, if you don't see that tab over here, you can come up to object and go down to expand. So it's here and it's in the properties tab as well. So you can hit expand, hit OK, and it should light up. And then you can do object ungroup or either hit ungroup here. So I just like to use this in my task pane over here. And once we have it ungrouped, we're going to unselect all of that. And there is a background here, and I will show you guys what I mean. So there's a white background that you want to get rid of, but you can't really see that because of the white paper. I don't want to call it paper, but the white project area that we're working with. So we are going to come over here and grab the rectangle tool and make a rectangle over or square over your picture. Now we're going to change the color of it so that we can see what's going on here, and I normally change it to something that is not in the picture. So we're going to change that color to red. Then to move this square to the back, you want to right click and then hit arrange, or go down to arrange and then go to send to the back. And see, you can see your white background here. So you want to delete all the stuff that you don't want to cut. So we're going to go over here and grab our selection tool and then delete the white background. So you just click it and delete it from back here. So we're just going to delete that. Okay, so now that our white background has been deleted, we can delete the square. So now we have our SVG file here. So when you have a file that did not catch all of the colors, like this heart is supposed to be pink, what you can do is select the heart, go down here and select this eyedropper tool, and then go to the original picture and just change the color. So that's how you can do that. Go back to the selection tool, and we're going to change the color of her mouth here. I think that may be right, but her tongue is not. So we can go here and grab this eyedropper and change the color by using the original photo. And this is why you want to make sure you have the original photo in the project area. So now we have her looking almost exactly like the picture. So once we have that done, we are actually almost finished. Now we do not need this picture anymore because everything looks almost exactly how it should be. Now we are going to, now these pieces are all separate, as you can see. I'm going to place that back. So now we're going to group all of the same colors together. So what you do is select that color, go up here to select, and then go down to same, and then go to fill and stroke color. And though we have, those colors are not the same. So when you don't have the colors that aren't the same, because you would think that this color, this color, this, and all of these will be the same, but it's not because of how it traced the image, but it's okay. We can still make it work. So what you do is go to the color that you want to choose. So in the color guide option here, you want to click on that color and see it'll come up over here. So now we're going to make sure that all of these colors match. So this color is now here. So what you do is click on each one that you want to be the same, and see this color is not the same as this one, so you just click this one. And you do that for every one of them to make sure that they are the same color. So when you go up and put select same, that they will all select. So you can group them together. And let's zoom in to get her little piece of hair here. Okay, now let's zoom out. And now we should have all of them are the same. So we have her hair selected up at the top. So now we're going to go to select here, go down to same, fill and stroke color, and it selected all of that. So now once you have those all selected, you want to press Control 8, and that should make it all one. Yep, make it all one piece. And so now we have that done, so we can place that back, and we're going to go through and do that for all the colors. So for this color, let's see if that one's the same. Select same, fill and stroke color, and it is. So you're going to press Control 8 and it groups it together, and I always make sure that it's grouped. Okay, so we only have one pink. So you have these two pieces are separate. So this blue piece here will be separate, so you need to group that together. So you go to select same, fill and stroke color, Control 8 to group, and there you have it. So I'm just going to go through and start doing that for all the colors, and I may speed this up here. Okay, so when you're working with these SVG files, it is easy to forget about the black and the white pieces, but you need to group those together as well. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces, and you see how that's not as clean as you would want it to be, this is what I mean about this one not being the cleanest option, but it does work. So I'm going to continue on, and if you want to watch my next video on the next version of how you can make an SVG file in Illustrator, please stay tuned. It will be up ASAP, and that version will be a more cleaner version of how you can make SVG files. So continuing on with this video, now we are going to, I like to have a solid background silhouette for when cutting these files, because it just makes it easier to place where you want it to. If you're using vinyl or cardstock, it's easier to have a black silhouette in the back. So what you do for that, we're going to select the entire picture here, and then we're going to copy and paste it. So we have an extra copy of it. So now with that extra copy of the SVG file, we are going to go to your Pathfinder, and then you're gonna unite this whole picture together. So find your unite button and click it, and it's gonna make it all one. So now I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see. You see those little cut lines in there? That's just from the different sections on the actual SVG file, but we can easily get rid of those. So what you do is double click the picture so it can be a standalone, and when it's a standalone, you can see that this the original photo is kind of grayed out. So you want it to be a standalone so that you can move this entire photo, and you see those extra little cut lines there. Now all you have to do is select those and delete them. And sometimes I miss and leave some of them, and it's okay because you can do this. I just go back through and try to see, and yeah, it looks like I got them all. So now that we have our silhouette here, I'm going to change this to black. You just go over here, double click this square here, and come all the way down to the corner to choose black. So, and that's how I make a silhouette out of I know there's other ways to do a silhouette in Illustrator, but this is the easiest way I found with doing a SVG file. So now that I have my background here, I'm going to right click it and go down to arrange and send to the back, because we are now going to move all of these pieces here onto the silhouette. So I'm going to move this here just because. So now we want to start placing our pieces on. And Illustrator has a snapping feature where it snaps all of your movements for you to kind of help you out, but sometimes it backfires. So I do not remember how to turn the snapping feature off, but if the items aren't placed exactly right onto the silhouette, it's okay. It will still work in Illustrator, in Cricut Design Space or whatever cutting tool you're using. So I'm just going to go through here and put all of her pieces on here, and like I said, the snapping tool makes it kind of hard to put correctly, but they should still work. There we go. Okay, so now that we have all of her pieces onto the silhouette, we are almost done. You can now delete. You just select this and delete this because we do not need that anymore. And now we have our Powerpuff Girl Bliss. So now to save her as an SVG file, you just go up here to File and then go to Save As. And then we are going to save her as Bliss Powerpuff Girl SVG. Okay, and then save as type, you want to go down, click the drop down box and go to SVG and click save and then click OK. So now we're going to go into Cricut Design Space and then just click new project and then upload, and then we're going to upload, click upload and browse, and we're going to go to where we saved the Powerpuff Girl picture. So I'm just going to type in Bliss, upload your picture, and there we go. Looks perfect. Then you click upload, and now you're going to select your picture and insert that image on your Cricut Design Space. And I do this to check to see what if I have any spots that I did not delete. So here we have Bliss, and it turned out really well. I'm going to ungroup her so you can see that all of her pieces are here. So you have her hair that has been grouped together. You have her clothes, and these are all ready to be cut. All pieces are ready to be cut. Her mouth, everything turned out really well. So this is how you create an SVG. This is one way you can create an SVG file using Illustrator. And like I said, there are many ways to do this. And if you enjoyed this video, and if you learned something from this video, please like and subscribe. Comment down below with any questions, anything you may have, and I will try to get back with you ASAP. Also, if this helped you, please stay tuned for my next video. I will be showing you another way to and cleaner way to make an SVG file, and it may even be faster. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Also, remember, if you do not have Illustrator, you can go in the description box below and click that link to the video to showing you how to get Illustrator for free. Thanks for watching.